Hey guys, this is Natty, and you are tuning in to our video, my video collaboration with the lovely Lana, aka CJ Perry. And this video is addressing all of your assumptions about us. If you want to check out our video that CJ Perry and I did, aka Lana, the previous video that we did was answering your questions. So you can click on this link below and you can check that video out. But right now, CJ and I are going to be answering your assumptions on us. Yeah. So I think you guys will definitely enjoy that.
I'm so excited. I'm pulling up all the assumptions. So this is so exciting. I'm so excited about this. This is like our first official collaboration that we've ever done.
It's definitely it's exciting, and that's a glass of wine because I'm celebrating us together and this video collaboration that we have. And this is really the first thing that we've, answering the assumptions that people have on us and the questions, and, giving people answers that they've never gotten about our careers, our lives in the ring, out of the ring, in WWE, on Total Divas. It's really cool to be able to do this with you, and there's no better way to celebrate. The only thing better than this would be to do it in person, but of course we're able to do it with technology on Zoom.
Thank God. And so also you should announce that we said it in the last video, but we just want to make sure everyone on your channel knows as well, is that our official name that we decided for our team Drum World is
the Ravishing Hearts. Lana and I have gone with the Ravishing Hearts. That is our team name that we want to go with. And I think it's really, really cool. I think that it's definitely something that people can connect with. Yeah. Lana is ravishing. I come from one of the greatest wrestling families of all time, the Hart family. And so it's something that I think you guys can get connected with. So that was the biggest question we got from everybody, was what is your team name going to be? And it's Ravishing Hearts.
Yes. And we're so glad that we issued the challenge for all the fans and followers. We love you guys so much. Like, thank you so much for just all the names and suggestions that everyone gave. Was just so amazing. So I'm so glad that we were I saw Ravishing Hearts a lot. Like, a lot of people wanted us to name the team that, so I'm really excited.
That's exactly why I went with it, because the response that we got was overwhelming, and so many people said Ravishing Heart. So I was like, it's just something that people identified with, and that was so catchy, and so that's why I really was like, no, this is what people are saying.
Yes.
So it's cool.
You look so pretty, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I'm just, you
look beautiful.
8 layers of makeup on.
You're so pretty. Oh my God. Okay. So we put this, the assumption, we said we were going to do an assumption video. This is our first assumption video we've ever done. Actually, I've never done an assumption video. Have you?
And neither have I. So this is the first ever for both of us.
So this is exciting. So we put it on Twitter, and we also put it on, Instagram, and then Natty appointed me to gather everyone's stuff. So as I'm looking at my phone, it's just because I'm looking up screenshots of assumptions that we got for you guys. So I'm bringing up, there's so many. It's crazy. This is a fun, people think we always argue.
Well, I will say that's not false. We have had Lana, okay, I'm going to answer that assumption. I'm going to put that assumption to rest. Yes. Yes, we argue. We agree to disagree. We disagree to agree. You know what? And that's the thing, is that if you're not arguing, somebody's lying.
Yep.
And I think sometimes it's important. I think sometimes our arguing can be interpreted as, it can be misinterpreted when all we're really doing is communicating. So I think more than anything, Lana, I mean, for myself, I feel like we're like sisters. We duke it out, we fight it out, we laugh it out, we cry it out, we hug it out, and then we move on.
Yes. Yes, it's true. I feel like we have always been able to, I don't know. I definitely feel like we've hit heads, like people seen on Total Divas, like, obviously you threw my stuff in the ocean and I threatened to shave your head. And so I can definitely see why people think we argue, and we've definitely had it out, but we were always able to own up to our mistakes and learn from it and grow from it. And I don't know, I think that's that says a lot about you as a person and me.
Yeah, I mean, that's what life is all about, is just like, you don't have to always agree with people, but you know, when you have a friend or a sister or somebody that you're really close to, yeah, you're going to have fights. I've had tons of fights with TJ. We've had a lot of disagreements and arguments. But you know, at the end of the day, as long as TJ knows that I'm right, then we're great.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I tell Mira. I'm like, as long as you know that I'm right, because it's true.
Exactly.
Good. Okay, so people are assuming we'll be future tag team champions.
Well, the assumption that Lana and I will be future tag team champions, that is correct.
Yes.
Because we do definitely have our eye on the tag team championships, and the fact that our dream opponents, Sasha and Bailey, are currently the women's tag team champions. To me, that is a match in the making. That is a perfect match in the making. That's to me, that's a dream match. That's, if I could write a dream match for us, if I could write dream opponents for us, it would be Sasha and Bailey. Yes. But they have gold that I want, not just the women's tag team championships. You can also assume that I want the Raw Women's Championship, and you can also assume that I want the SmackDown Women's Championship. Woo! And I plan on us having all of that. So yeah, Sasha, Bailey, we're calling you out.
Yes, we are. I'm so excited that we're gonna have everything. Like, we're gonna have, you can assume that, because we will. We want it all. We will have it all.
The fact that we're working with Donatella Versace on our ring gear, makes me even more excited to know that not only are we going to have gold, but we're also going to look fabulous.
Yeah, some of these assumptions are insane, actually. A lot of people assume that we're sisters. A lot. I see that a lot. So what do you have to say about that?
We aren't blood related, but we are definitely very close. If I'm texting someone at 3 o'clock in the morning, you can guarantee that I'm texting Lana. If I'm not speaking to my mom or my sister Jenny on the phone, I'm usually speaking to Lana or yeah, we're just very, very close. We talk a lot. We drive each other crazy. We just go. We have so many great like moments together. I always feel like if I see that Lana's texted me, I feel like a sense of comfort, and so I think that's like a very sisterly thing. So we are like sisters in a way. But yeah, I usually have to body slam her to keep her in line.
It's so true. My husband's always like, Natty's her husband. She's married to Natty. I'm like, well, I have to talk to her. I have to. A lot of people say that we're beautiful, and I'm like, okay, is that assumption, or is that because of you're assuming like that's fact? You're right.
I think as far as us being beautiful goes, I mean, I'm going to be the first to say that I'm incredible. I'm not only beautiful, but I'm truly the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And I also have the cutest cat in the entire universe, Mr. Two Paws, which I need to find Two Paws. Let me go find him. TJ, I couldn't find Two Paws, but I found Mr. Machiavelli. And he's also, so he's like the second prettiest cat in the whole entire world next to Two Paws.
So pretty. So pretty.
He's so pretty.
Here's Joy. She is right next to me.
Oh,
she's taking a napkin. Oh, wait, what was the name of your cat again? Not Tupac.
Machiavelli. We named him after a Tupac song or an album.
Oh my gosh!
Yes. So yes, I think we're very pretty though. As far as that assumption goes, I think we're beautiful.
Yes, I agree. Completely. So here's a good assumption: you only wear Louis Vuitton.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I wear Louis Vuitton and Lululemon. I wear a ton. I'm wearing Lululemon right now. I'm like wearing a Lululemon bra. I'm wearing Lululemon leggings.
You love Lululemon.
Wait, I'm wearing Lululemon socks. I love Louis Vuitton and I love Lululemon. It's like my guilty pleasure. And when you work as hard as we do, especially when we were traveling on the road 300 plus days a year, I love to have Louis Vuitton, but I also love my Lululemon. So yes, I wear a lot of Lululemon.
You love your Lululemon. You're able to mix your black leggings with everything.
Everything. I mean, I'll throw Gucci with black Lululemon leggings and call it business casual.
Yeah. I've been really getting into like Meshki and like their loungewear as well as Kim Kardashian's skin loungewear.
Skims. There's
Yeah.
I love Skims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we are so like just during this global pandemic because of being home so much, it's kind of like, how can I want to look cute sometimes and not just be in sweat. So that's why I like Kim's line as well as Meshki has a lot of lounge stuff. But
I know, and that's the thing is that like it is really important for people to, even though we can't go out to as many places as we used to be able to go, other than like the grocery store, the gas station, maybe your local gym.
Yeah.
For me, I still try to wake up every day and have some structure. I put my makeup on, I do skincare routine, I do my hair, I put on fake lashes. I just still try to do things that make me feel pretty for me.
Yeah. Well, self-care, I feel like self-care is really important and people neglect it a lot, but it's like we do have to take care of ourselves because this is the only vessel that we have.
Right.
We don't take care of ourselves. Like,
yeah, self-care is, you're so right. Self-care is so important, especially right now when we have to take care of our health. We have to stay fit. We have to like be able to look at ourselves in the mirror and go, I like what I see looking back at me.
Totally. And some places are still like, Florida is not all like as locked down, but some places are like California is completely locked down. So it's like, if you want a facial, people are assuming that we're both married. I would say yes. Yes, we are.
Yes.
Yes. On screen, that's where it gets complicated. It's like CJ Perry is married in real life, and then Lana, the ravishing Russian on WWE programming, is not married. She was recently divorced from Bobby Lashley, and thanks to Natalia, you helped lift me up, you know?
Yes. I mean, that was definitely a very hard time for you. I think Bobby, if I can just be blunt, I don't think Bobby appreciated you. I don't think Bobby truly appreciated the wife that he had in you.
Yeah.
And, you know, you weren't just arm candy for him. You were offering emotional support. You were a voice of reason. You were somebody that really, you know, lifted him up. But I didn't see him lifting you up.
Yep.
And when it comes down to women empowerment, I felt like you constantly were pulling your end of the stick.
Yeah.
But Bobby was more than anything focused on getting his biceps bulging, making sure that he got in the right amount of protein, making sure that he text messaged MVP, and making sure that, you know, he was doing deadlifts that were greater than anybody else on the roster, which is fantastic.
Right.
But I'm very curious to know.
And posting Instagram pictures from 1994. Who cares?
I mean, I'm all for a great throwback. Don't get me wrong, but
no, you do it all. You do current and throwbacks.
I do current and throwbacks, but I just think Bobby at times, I think he was more focused on his amino acid intake rather than nourishing your needs.
I am the best friend in all the world. Oh my God, women empowerment.
But with that being said, I still love Bobby Lashley. I think he's fantastic.
Yeah, he's great. We have moved on to better, bigger, and better boomsies. There's a lot of best friends, like constantly sisters. There's lovers. That's a very common assumption.
I mean, the fact that anybody would have an assumption that you and I are lovers, that I think is taking it a little bit too far. I mean, we have shared a bed before. We have braided each other's hair at night. We've shared wine. We've shared food. We've beat the shit out of each other in the ring. And you actually gave me a modified Bella Buster. And I actually posted about that. I tweeted about it. I said something about when I didn't return your phone call. And then it was this gif of you like smashing my head into the mat. So I guess as far as lovers quarrels go, yeah, we've had a few. We've had more than a few. So we've had a lot of fun.
Yes, exactly. A boom. Oh my God. I love it. I love that. So I guess that would lead to the next assumption where it's best couple. So boom. I mean, everything we do is the best. So boomsies there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I'm so excited about is that you know, we're getting ready to make our debut on WWE and on WWE programming. So everybody got a little taste of it with myself and you basically kicking Liv Morgan's ass, which I quite enjoyed.
Yeah.
And Liv is
she interrupted my second Monday Night Raw wedding with Bobby Lashley, who's now my second husband, divorce.
Which was very rude of her because Liv turned your wedding into a situation about her.
Yeah, which she always does. She always does. So it is what it is. But
it is what it is.
You know, like that's the thing is like so many of these people are trying to ride off of our coattail, and it's so apparent. Like you have like Liv Morgan, and you have like obviously Lacey Evans. I'm not even gonna bring like light on that situation.
Yeah, Lacey's jealous of me and you.
Totally. I mean, bottom line. And I just realized like these women, they want to be us, like bottom line, like they aspire to be us. So to get any attention, just to like interrupt our wedding, tweet us, you know, get like anything, like to try to write off of our hardworking coattail is just like unbelievable. Like,
well, and that's what pissed me off the other day was that I wrote a tweet in support of Naomi because she cut a badass promo on SmackDown. So I basically said, wow, like she was just stating facts that she's awesome. Every time she's in the ring, she delivers. She's a badass. And I just said, like, go Naomi. And all of a sudden I have Lacey attacking me on Twitter and calling me like old and saying something about brushing off the cobwebs. It's like, bitch, you're talking to somebody that is not only wrestling royalty, but I've had the most matches in WWE history. I've had, I mean, for a woman, I've had the most matches in WWE history. I've had the most wins of any woman in WWE history. I've had the most pay-per-view matches of any woman in WWE history. I've had the most action figures of any woman in WWE history. And I've had the most WrestleMania matches of any woman in WWE history. So as far as brushing off cobwebs, bitch, I will brush off cobwebs any day of the week whenever the I feel like it, because I'm that good. Lacey, when you can take a walk in my shoes and you can lace up my boots, then you can tell me about cobwebs. But as far as cobwebs go, I mean, I don't have to explain myself or justify who I am to her.
I know. Well, first of all, like she's an opportunist. Like she didn't even, I mean, that's just the bottom line. She's an opportunist. She doesn't even know what she's talking about. And like, you just listed a whole bunch of accolades that is like your wrestling accolades. Like, I'm not even going to start on your like just normal person accolades, you know? Lacey Evans obviously cannot even come close.
She has no idea what it's like to have a cat as expensive and as rich as my cat. But she doesn't even get that. So as far as Lacey goes, I think we're done talking about her because she's really pissed me off.
I know. I completely agree with you.
I mean, she's really like, she's taken whatever little bit of real hair I have left and ripped it off my scalp and pissed me off.
The good news is though that you know, you're just gonna become Raw Women's Champion, SmackDown Women's Champion, as well as we're gonna become Tag Team Champions. We're gonna induct you into the Hall of Fame this year because I just think you need to break all the records. You know, this is a women empowerment time, and that's my thing. Is like anything men can do, we can do. I just want to break all the barriers. You know, like you should be Hall of Fame 15 times.
Yeah, there's nothing that we can't do. And I mean, to me, the sky's the limit as far as, you know, taking the as far as winning the women's tag team championships. Yeah, we're going to win the women's tag team championships. That's been an assumption. And I'm debunking that and saying, yes, we are. Yes, we are going to be, I'm going to be the Raw Women's Champion. And you know what? I could actually see you beating Bayley again for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
I did it once before.
Yeah, you did it once before, and it's not. And you know what's funny is that I've never had a singles match with Bayley. I have never had a singles match with Bayley. You know how that would end.
Yes, 100%.
I would be winning.
1,000%.
I would definitely be winning that match, and I would definitely. I mean, Bayley would be the perfect person to put in the sharpshooter, and as long as she has a good chiropractor, I'd be happy to tap her out.
Oh my God.
Those are our assumptions, and we want to thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and to CJ's channel, aka Lana. And we appreciate it so much. We read your comments, and as you know, I try to answer as many of them as I can. And we just appreciate your love and support. So thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing and commenting. We love you guys for that.
Love you guys.